Hey everybody, what is going on? This is the Thursday? Yeah, Thursday weekly live that we do weekly, every week, on the week, every Thursday. Occasionally when we're on the, when we're out at the events and stuff like that, we can't do it every single week, but mostly we do. Who do we have here waiting by? Guillermo Leone dabbing and Simon Gordon saying, why are we waiting? Lots to talk about with the announcements from Big Me Fujitsu and books. Why are we waiting? Oh, why we are I don't know. Simon also said any feedback from buyers of the Big Me Goody Reader device. Nice hardware needs better magnets for the case and pen. Software needs work. Come up to what books has. The software I would say is just as good. And that's not being biased. It has always been that good with Big Me. The magnets, you're entirely right. I have found the magnets for the actual charging pen very weak, and it does fall off sometimes. It's yeah, yeah. Hal Kelly, hey, hope you're sleeping well, man. Yeah, I'm sleeping well. Did I say something about sleep? I don't know if I said something. No, I sleep like 8 9 hours every single night. I've never had any problem sleeping. I don't wake up at night. Straight sleep every night. Yeah, I'm very fortunate for that. Luis Sanchez, hey, how you doing? And my mom's here. Hola, hello. So what do we have today? This is the Kindle Basic. This is the absolute latest one. Officially, Amazon doesn't call it the Basic. They just call it the Amazon Kindle. And this one is the new Kindle. Every time they release a new one, it's called the new Kindle. And then if you look at the old ones, it says previous generation. The previous generation, because it wants you to oh, Hal Kelly, I get it. Yeah, we've been busy. No, I honestly never have problem sleeping. I was like legitimately when pardon me, when work's done, it's time to go to sleep. I go to sleep. I don't have to stay up all night doing work because we have a lot of people here at Goody Reader, and everyone does their part. And for example, when I sleep, the Vancouver operations are rocking and rolling, and we have some European operations as well. We have several employees of ours that live in Spain and stuff like that. So we hit all the right time zones. No, we're all good. E-readers are good for sleep. Yeah, they are. They are. And you know what? Honest to goodness, you know what I've been doing recently? I have been, and obviously I don't use an e-ink phone everywhere I go. I use an Xperia, but it is nice to, when you're sleeping, everyone scrolls feeds and, does stuff on their phone. It is nice to use like an A7 or an A5. So what I've been doing is I've been using a Hisense Touch for just looking through crap and like reading Wikipedia and stuff before I go to bed, because it's like looking at a piece of paper. Whereas this is shining a light in my face. If you look at a phone and you turn it on, right? And nothing's on it but just the light. You imagine just shining a light in your face for hours? Just electing to shine a light in your face. That's what a phone is. Essentially is. So yeah. Sai Madev Yedavili Venkata. I will only say your name once for the rest of my life. Is it possible to read PDF files on Kindle? Yes, we'll get into that. Josemar Amaral. Amaral Brazil. You don't say hola in Portuguese. Uh, I don't know any Portuguese, man. Me gusta? No, that's not. That's Filipino or Tagalog. Digital Negative. Have you tried the light phone? Yeah, we're trying to get our hands on that. I kind of don't think it's real. They don't seem to really be fulfilling a lot of orders, and they don't seem to want to send us a review sample. They're very push-offish, and actually Mike's here. He can attest to that because I just talked to Mike the other day about talking to the light phone. He's trying to set up distribution, and it didn't seem like it's really like a real actual thing that anyone outside of reviewers are getting, and even some reviewers like us aren't getting. Courtney Bowman, hey, and Stephen Prosser, I love that made the screen recessed and not flush glass. Yes, abso freaking lootly. Wanted to do some unboxings before we get into things. Mike, now that you're here, Rakuten just sent something to the Japan office, man. Can I open it? Are you bound by NDA? Can I show what's inside here? I'm gonna start to open it until you say anything. Mike's in the chat right now. The infamous Michael Kozlowski. We will get into the Kindle in 1 second. I just want to see what this is, because it's from Rakuten Toronto. And I don't know what it is, because all the Kobos came out, right? What could this be? Honestly, don't. And it says, yeah, Rakuten Kobo HQ Liberty. So, unless you had this sent to me, Mike, I don't know what it is. I'm going to unbox it. Here it goes. We're unboxing this, and then we'll get into the Kindle, I promise. Another box. Nothing else. All right, we have a UPS mailer inside a FedEx outer box. Oh, okay, I can show this. I can show this. These are stuck. I can show this. Tolino Shine 4. So, if you guys don't know, Tolino is actually made in the same facility as Rakuten Kobo, so that's why this was in a Rakuten box. But they sent us this for review. We will be doing an unboxing right after this, actually. I guess I could... Nah, we're not in that much of a rush. I was going to tell the guys I have it, but I need to do the audios. So anyways, here it is. This is the Kindle. We'll do a top-down, and we'll show you guys everything about this. You guys can ask anything you wish about this unit. It is completely here for you to see. And... positively enough, we actually have the denim model, which is rarer than the original model. I personally don't advocate for getting the denim model. Reason being, one of the reasons you would buy this unit is for the ecological benefits. The Kindle is made with 70% post-recycled products and plastics inside this thing, and I believe 30% recycled magnesium inside the PCB, the printed circuit board. If you buy the denim, because it's blue, they actually have to mix it in with a fresh spool of blue number 5 or whatever, so you only get 30% recycled plastics. And if you're buying something like this that's kind of eco, you should have that on your mind. And a lot of companies are doing this. Kobo's doing this. Xiaomi's been moving into this with like paper packaging and stuff like that. It's important because, you know, resources on Earth are not infinite. They are finite. They will run out. So gotta just keep mixing it up. I understand a spool of plastic, brand new resin is always going to be cheaper than recycled, but you got to reuse, you know? It's not even for sale in Amazon Mexico. Correct, Rod. Correct. Because if you guys don't know, some Kindles, and this is important because it doesn't apply to a lot of you, but for people like Rod who do live in Mexico, this NOM stamp is the same thing as an FCC stamp for America. This is, I can't remember what it says, like nominal or no Mexico or something, but this is a Mexican standardized certification stamp. And if you don't have that, you actually can't import or sell them or even buy them within Mexico legally. So it is important that you get all of your European certifications, your FCC. What else do they have? I think Japan uses FCC as well. This one, UKCA, that's a certification stamp for UK, etc. So yeah. My mom says, try to stay eco with shoes, clothes, electronic. Absolutely. They're starting to make shoes made out of like recycled PET bottles, polyethylene triphthalate, plastic like Coca-Cola bottles and stuff. So anyways, someone asked if you can read PDFs on here. Absolutely you can. I don't even think I have a PDF on here, but you can. You can watch countless videos of ours where it shows PDFs. I'll just show you a manga, for example, because it's really the same concept. So why we're showing manga is very... it's very good reason. And reason being because Amazon actually kicked off. It's one of the things they actually innovated. Amazon doesn't actually innovate or trailblaze a lot of things. They mostly sit back and wait for other people to do it. Amazon started getting into manga early, and they actually have the engine from the manga model they made back in 2014-15 in this. So if you press and hold the side, you can see you can whip through the book really quickly or really slowly, and it tells you the percentage of the book you've gone through and the rate at which you're changing speeds. This is called the rapid page turn engine, and it was only applied to the manga model. Because the manga model no longer exists, kind of, because everything else has manga capabilities, page turn, and the 32 gig variants for the most part, they couldn't really justify having just a manga model anymore, so all of them have it. If you don't know about this Kindle, it's kind of like treading into Paperwhite territory. Before this came out, there was the Paperwhite. The Paperwhite 4 was 6 inches. Before this came out, the Paperwhite jumped to 6.8. Why they did that is to avoid overlap with the basic line and the Paperwhite line. This has Bluetooth. This has 300 ppi screen. This has a glow light. This has audio capabilities. It has USB-C. There's starting to be no reason to buy a Paperwhite. But Now they made the Paperwhite bigger. Now they made the Paperwhite, flush screen and bezel. Now they made the Paperwhite with a wireless charging, add a variant, the 16 gigabyte variant. So they did that to not confuse people, because this is catching up to the Paperwhite. This is now past that of which a Paperwhite 3, and very close to a Paperwhite 4. So it's like, why are they doing these parallel lines? So they had to differentiate it by making 6.8. That's why the Paperwhite's bigger. Let's get to some questions here. It's not even for sale here in Mexico. I already said that. Hal Kelly says, I'm currently reading Slam Dunk. Awesome. I don't read manga, so I can't enjoy the join in on the fun with you. Rod Hernandez, they did it available, came out a week later. They took it off their webpage. Yeah, you know what? Rod, they did that. They added it to a bunch of places, and they actually added the Oasis 4 to Amazon.com. And if you check, Michael and his team actually sniped a picture from Amazon.com, a placeholder for the Amazon Oasis 4, and we put it on our Facebook page. You can go there right now and see it. So I know a lot of you were like questioning whether it was an actual thing. It is. It really was. Are all those AliExpress Banggood Boyu brands e-readers any good? Yeah, they are, because Boyu is made from a company called Jezatech. HiRead out of Taiwan picked up those Boyu brand e-readers, like the P line, the P6, P78, P10. They're as good as the MeBook and Boyu. But the problem is, with those no-namers, you don't get support, you don't get warranty, you don't get like accessories, and it's an unknown operating system, and you won't get updates. Stay with Boyu, stay with MeBook, stay with HiRead, because we'll be able to help you as well. If you have a problem with a HiRead, you can contact us. We can speak to you in English, in your own language, and say, oh, would you like to set up an RMA? Oh, would you like to return it? We can do that. If you buy an AliExpress special and say, hey, I got this on DHgate, it's like, I can't help you with that. So that's kind of the benefit of going with someone that we have a distribution agreement with. So yeah, the Kindle home screen is going to be laid out like this. Now, it's really funny. Kindle has gravitated away from leaving this for you to experience. Now, what do I mean by that? You get 3.5 inches by 1 inch. That's yours. That's your e-reader. That searches the store. That's the store. And everything else below and beyond is the store from Amazon. It's all store services. These aren't ads. These are store services. This is things more by this, recommendations, follow this, buy this. It's just tons and tons of things being thrown at you that it's just all network services. Sorry, I'm going to close my office window here because a construction truck is driving by. Oh, pardon me. There we go. Just dropped that. There we go. Sorry about that. In the city, there's construction vehicles and, all that kind of stuff. People fixing light poles and stuff like that. So yeah, the Amazon has gravitated away from just like all your books to just really being about services that Amazon can offer you. Captain Chaz, I have a Paperwhite from 2016. Would it worth be upgrading to the new basic Kindle? Yeah, I would say so. Oh, dude, 2016? That's 6 years ago, going on year 7. Absolutely, you should upgrade. If all you're doing is just reading books, you could use a Y-Ben. And that's no discredit to Y-Ben, but you could use a Y-Ben. I mean, it really is about you wanting to stay, within warranty, stay within the latest updates, stay within services. It's being current. Sure. If it was like, oh, I had a Paperwhite 4, should I upgrade? Like, no. I have an Oasis 3. Like, no. But 2016, yeah, you should. Rod Hernandez, I wish they had included reading lights like they have on the apps. Oh, reading insights. Sorry, reading insights. Yeah, that is correct. If we go to a book here, we'll just show you a little bit here about what a book looks like. You can swipe the pages like this. Unfortunately, you don't have page turn buttons. So I can't long press on the page and it zips through the page. In fact, it thinks I'm going to interact with it. It might do a long press. It might think I'm touching the top. So unfortunately, you can't do that. And because you don't have physical page turn buttons, you can't do chapter skip. So if you do a double tap on a Barnes & Noble, it'll actually skip to the next chapter. That's really cool. So if you're midway and you don't know where you are, you can go boom, boom, and you go back to chapter 1. And then you go boom, boom, chapter 2, boom, boom, chapter 3, like that. It's really nice. I actually like that. Kindle has no such thing. Unfortunately, they don't allow you to do that. But they have a very good translation software. So for example, I don't I don't read English, for example. I can go like this, go over here, click translation, go from English to simplified Chinese, and oops, oh, right when I didn't choose English. There you go. In 2.5 seconds, I've translated the entire page to Chinese. And why that's interesting is because if I put PDFs on here, if I put books on here, and I can't read the language, like, oh man, I've always wanted to read this Norwegian book, and it's only in Norwegian, there's no translated copy. You can do that. You absolutely can, honestly. It's honestly not that bad. And it only takes a second, and once you're used to the keystrokes, you can do it pretty quick and just be like boom, boom, boom. And if you're interested in that thing, you'll go through the trouble to read it. So it is nice that they have that. It's going to be dependent on your internet speed because it triggers Bing to do the translations, but you get a lot of different languages. It's really cool. You should change it to Japanese, change from whatever to whatever. It's very useful. Questions are piling up. Does it have the page turn animation? Get out of there. There you go. No, it doesn't have that swipe, as you can see there. Unfortunately, no. Paperwhite 6 question mark. I don't know what that means. Ebu Killer Ozbek, please what do you call elaborate. Thank you. Suzaidi Mode Som. Any Kindle without backlight for me is worth upgrading. Well said. Luis Sanchez, can you see Reading Insight on Kindle? I don't think so. You mean like X-ray about the book? MZ said something. Today my friend and I are looking at a Kobo display aisle in the bookstore. We wondered, once you had the Kindle with ads, can you get rid of them if you change idea by paying extra? You used to be able to do that. I haven't done that in a Coon's age because I don't know. I believe if you go to your Amazon account on your PC, you can log in, manage devices. I believe you can still get rid of the ads. Yes. Oh, there you go. Yes, you can. You can use an app called Caliber. Never mind. That was a different question. Mike Howard says, on the current paperweight, you can turn the page with one light tap. Does the basic do that? Yep. You can. One light tap changes the page. Yep. But you can't jump through chapters or do. You can do a quick page turn like this, but you're gonna have to like tap the crap out of it, and then it kind of plays catch up or just bails on all the taps you did. Arbitrarily deciding amongst itself. So there is that downside. X-ray is really good. We did a whole video about how to use X-ray, what it is. If you don't know what X-ray is, it basically, for example, if I've gone back to this book, focus. If I've gone back to this book and I was away because I read, 5 other books, and I'd be like, oh yeah, the world's set free. Who the heck is Furman? Furman is this guy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. He's mentioned 76 times. That's a lot of times. Oh, he went to the London school. Okay, boom. And then you go to there, you read a little snippet, and there's Furman. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm getting back into it. So it really does give you the ability to kind of catch up on things, especially if you're balancing multiple books. That's what the benefit of X-ray is. Simon Gordon, I know you've been dying to ask this. I'll answer right now. How much is the Fujitsu 13 color? We actually have it listed on our site right now for pre-order. It doesn't come out for quite some time. It's a pre-order item. We talked to Fujitsu, we talked to Linfini, and it is precisely $100 more than the Fujitsu right now. So you can go to our site and actually pre-order it if you like, or you can wait and you can get in line early. It's completely up to you. Courtney Bowman, I love them too. Oh, you're not talking to me. MZ, so is this Kindle Basic competing with Kobo Nia or the Clara or what else? It's competing with... Okay, well, the Nia is... I don't know. I don't know what's up with the Nia. The Nia was the weirdest and most useless thing Kobo's ever done. We love Kobo. We love their lineup. I think they have some of the best e-readers ever. And the Sage is phenomenal. And it had a peripheral case. The Nia was bad. It's a bad e-reader. It was made outside of the usual facility, made in China, not made in Taiwan. It was really small. It was sluggish. It was slow. It was unimpressive. It was uninspired. It was completely out of character. I don't know what happened there. I don't believe it's competing with the Nia because I don't think anything is. This is competing with the Clara 2E because it has the ecological benefits. It's a 6-inch, you know what I mean? So it's around that. Suzadi Mode Som, I love the showcase. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Suzadi. I'll talk to you directly. We really appreciate you stopping by. Very much so, seriously. We do this for you guys. We take the time out of our day to set everything up. Have a couple cameras here, some lights, some microphones and stuff like that, so we can give back and answer your questions to show you an unedited look at the products. We know when we do videos, they're edited and stuff like that, and that's because they need to look nice. They need to show you what we need to show you. Can't have these 30-minute like, I don't know, oh yeah, oops. No, they have to be constructed and compiled in such a way. This is not that. You can ask anything you wish. Simon Gordon, the live broadcasts are great. Yeah, for sure. Simon, can the pre-orders be canceled? Of course. Yeah, we don't. Of course, the pre-orders can be canceled, man. We can't keep people's money. That's very bad. Katya reads, I had a basic and found it slow and sluggish. Bought the paperweight and love it. This may have addressed some of the issues. It did. It did. A lot of the other basics, a lot of the previous basics were basic. I wouldn't even call this a basic. That's probably why they don't really publicly call it basic anymore, because they don't want to. This is very neatly packaged. It's very high quality. Granted, it's a little bit more than the previous models, and which is why it's the Kindle. It's not the basic. Dude, back in the day, you could get Kindles for like $14 on Woot. I'm not even joking. So cheap. I think one of the Kindle basics was regularly being sold for like $40 on discount. That's insane. But no, this has USB-C. It has recycled plastic is more money than standard plastic. Fresh resin. It's always going to be more money. So that goes into it as well. Recycled plastics are always going to be more, so the price goes up on the body, especially if you get the denim. They couldn't cut the price on that because it actually, on the black, because it has the higher consistency and ratio of plastic recycled materials. When will you have the review of the Kindle e-note? Curious about it. Kindle's really weird, man. Amazon's really weird when it comes to their PR. Sometimes they send us things bright and early, and sometimes we don't get stuff till way after. We didn't get this till like 5 days after everyone reviewed it. So we're kind of like to Kindle, like, thank you very much, but you giving it to us a week later kind of defeats the purpose of you giving it to us. We could have just bought it. You know what I mean? So, and no discredit to Amazon. They have their hands full, but at the same point, you guys send us the Fire tablets like 10 days before we're supposed to even have them. And we get Fire tablets that we're like, what is this? And we email them. They're like, oh, it's a new Fire. And we're like, thanks. That's great. But like the e-readers is what we need the e-readers, not the tablets. So yeah. MZ. So we might get a Kobo Nia 2. Yeah. 2E's great. Sorry. Nia 2E. I thought you meant the Clara 2E. Could get a Nia 2E. I hope they don't continue the Nia line because they already have the Clara line. They don't need something below that because you just don't need any more basic stuff. You wouldn't need that. When will you have? Oh, I already asked that. Captain Chaz. Is that the same as a Kindle Scribe? That's what he's referring to, Captain. Yeah. What we got here? I'm looking back up. I think I missed something. Towards the end of the year, some point, send to Kindle apps will also do the conversion. Okay, yeah, you guys are talking about that. Okay. All right, back to this. So, what do you guys want to know? Certain markets you register this to, you might not get Bluetooth because they're actually starting to remove Bluetooth for some countries, like Canada, for example. If you registered this as a Canadian Kindle, you won't get Bluetooth. It's on the device. It's physically in the unit itself, but the software button will go away, and this will crimp up and only be a single line. It will say airplane mode, sync, all settings dark mode, or dark mode, all settings switched. Like that. The Bluetooth will be gone. And furthermore, the Bluetooth here will be gone. And I think device options, there won't be advanced options or something like that. So depending on where you register it. But the thing about Kindle is that even though you're in any other country, you can register it to any other country. It does not matter. We're in Japan right now, and I am a Canadian person with a Canadian Kindle account. I just simply said when I started this, I said USA. And you're like, USA? You're like, yep, USA, English, boom. And that's it. I have access to the USA store and the Audible store. So that's the beauty about utilizing a Kindle, is that they will actually allow you to register anywhere. Stephen Prosser, how's the glare? We have our light here. So that's a beam of light. That's what we're looking at. It's an LED strip. And that's an LCD here. And this is an e-reader. I don't need to explain anything else. Just look at that. I'll hold this on the screen for a little bit. You guys can digest what you're looking at. There you go. Can you sideload apps on what unit digital? What digital negative? What unit are you talking about? Rod Hernandez. So no voice view at all. I don't believe voice view would work without the Bluetooth option. No, of course not, because you wouldn't be able to click Bluetooth. It wouldn't be a software. No, so they would limit it software. Therefore, no, there would be no. And there would also be, the accessibility options right here. If you go to settings and accessibility, you get voice view reader, where you can actually change any book into TTS by doing that, by the way. You wouldn't get that because there's no Bluetooth. And unless you have a Kindle Touch, which has audio, you're, poo-poo out of luck. MZ, wait, don't Kindles allow you to listen to audiobooks via Bluetooth like the newer Kobos do? Yeah, they do, if you have it registered to the correct place. So some Kindles, even if you get an older Kindle and you try to connect it to Japan, for example, there won't be Audible, even though Audible exists in Japan. It's really weird. Luis Sanchez, I'm in Peru. If I set my Kindle Paperwhite 11 generation with my account, does it let me use Bluetooth? It should, yeah. Just reset it. Go here. Go to settings. Go to device options. Yeah, reset. And then when you start it back up, it'll just say what country you're in. You can choose any country. Just choose USA. And then you get audiobooks. And yes, you still get all the books in your library. As long as you sign in with the same Amazon account, you can just go like that and download a book. That's in my account. This has been in my account for like a decade. All this old crap. Look at that. Charlotte's Web. Come on, man. Let's see. The Kindle on screen. Oh, no. This isn't Android digital. You can't sideload apps. No. Only Android devices like a smartphone or a tablet or like a Samsung phone kind of thing. Those allow you to install apps, but it's something that you just can't do on Amazon. Courtney Bowman, my Oasis battery is struggling big time. I have considered getting a new Paperwhite, but I'm trying to hold out. Oh, I'm trying to hold out to see what the new Oasis looks like. Yeah. The Oasis was a weird one. We caught that screenshot before it went to 404 error on Amazon.com, and it said release date October 12th for some reason. I don't know what all that was, but it was like directly pulled from Amazon, and they quickly removed that. And I don't really know what's happening with that, but it's kind of just in this little stasis mode kind of thing. So I don't really know what's happening with that right now. I have 2 Kindles because of this, one for US and one for Japan. No, you shouldn't need that. You just register it. We're in Japan right now, and you just simply, like I said, you go to device options and reset it, and then start it back up in any country you want. You totally can, and then you'll be able to access whatever store you wish. So you just kind of, it takes some time to do it. You got to reset, and then it's like loading, and then you got to sign back in and all that stuff. But no, it's not impossible, and you only really need one. Amazon needs better web page programmers. Yeah, that was weird. They've done that a bunch of times. Rod, it wasn't only one time. They've done that a lot. They did that, I think, on the Oasis 3 back in the day when they had like the rose gold one. They leaked that. They've been doing that a lot. And as big as you think these companies are, they are, but it all comes down to guys that drive a Toyota Corolla into work and they're sitting behind a desk clicking a keyboard. And if they choose something wrong on a drop down, it shows up. And if you do something wrong for a second on Amazon that has billion users, that 1 second has the potential to have so many people see. So that's why you have to be careful. You know what I mean? Captain Chaz, I wonder if they'll eventually rebrand the Paperwhite as the full basic. You know what? It's so close to overlapping, man. Seriously. Before it was like basics over here and Paperwhite's over here. And now it's like boop 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 oh. And that's why they made the what do you call Paperwhite bigger. So it's like, oh, I'm still here. So like, yeah, there's definitely that overlap. Oh, watch the next Kindle Basic. Watch this come out with a 6.8 inch screen or like flush screen and bezel and a warm light. And then it's going to be like, okay, wait. What was that? Because now you're trudging into, like, you're playing outside your zone. And it's going to be like 139, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it definitely is reaching there. Yeah, that was it, Rod. They had what they did I think for the Paperwhite 5, before it was released, they released a comparison chart. And the comparison chart on one of the columns had Paperwhite 5. And it was like, wait, what's that? And yeah, we grabbed that. I think we actually put that on our page way back in the day, but that was pretty funny. Is there a way to replace the Oasis battery? Bitter almonds, there's a way to do anything ever, always. And I'm not saying that like philosophically, like, oh, anything you put your mind to. No, like you can open it up. You can use a heat gun on the front, pull the panel off, and replace the battery. Absolutely you can. Is it user replaceable in the conventional sense where it has a door? No, it's not like AA batteries in your home, TV remote. But it is replaceable, absolutely. People replace iPhone screens and batteries and components all the time. But primarily, after 2014, everything is leaning towards planned obsolescence. They don't want you to replace things. Why would they want you to replace something? They want you to buy another one. Because if you buy one and you buy $10 batteries, you use the thing for 10 years. They don't want that. You want that. They don't want that. They don't make any more money off you. MZ, Kindle Basic 2022 versus Clara E comparison. Yep, we already filmed that one. That one's ready to go. And it's going to be compared against the 4E from Barnes & Noble as well. The 4E has an economical benefit. The Kindle has an ecological benefit. Economical means it's very, very cheap. The 4E, it's an entry level. The Kindle has a more ecological benefit, meaning that it's better ecological footprint and doesn't use as many resources to make. That's it, everybody. It's 30 minutes. Done. 31 minutes. Oh, went over. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below, of course. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope we were informative. Did ask a lot of questions. You didn't ask if you wanted to see a lot of stuff, to be completely honest, but it is just a Kindle. It's not a brand new thing. It's just the some official Apple repair shops. A phone's a phone, man. It's like people that say, oh, you can't repair that yourself. It's like, yeah, I can. Why not? And it's like when you have a car and people are like, oh, you're within your warranty period. And it's like, so it's a bolt and it's a tool and it's a thing. That's like saying you built a Lego thing. You just bought it last night and you can't replace parts. Like, oh, don't touch it. Like, no, of course, you do whatever you want. And in 100 years, nothing you do is going to matter. Thank you guys everyone so much. Thank you, Rod. Thank you, Captain Chaz. MZ, been very vocal today. Rod Hernandez, I think I said that. Katia Reeds, who we got here. Captain Chaz, I said that. Bitter Almonds, my mom. And who we got here? Courtney Bowman, maybe said that. Bitter Almonds, I said that twice. Digital Negative, thank you. Luis Sanchez. Stephen Prosser, of course. Simon Gordon, I hope we answered all your questions. Keep leaving comments on our videos. We really appreciate that. Suzy D, Mode Storm. Bill with the smiley face and no other comment. No, he did say something. E. Bucher, Ozbek. Once you start putting like umlauts over the O's and stuff, you lost me, man. We got here, I know I saw you somewhere. There you are, Mike Howard. There you are. And we got Hal Cali, always sitting in. Very nice. Mike, probably sitting in the background. And Alex Thorne. Oh, wow, you said something. Sorry, I've been really curious about the Hisense e-readers. Check out our live. I think we did one on the Hisense e-reader. Joe Zamar, Amaral, Sai Madhav Yed Avili Venkata. It's not a bad name. It's a great name. There's 4 of them. I just can't read it very well. It's totally my problem. We got, and the last one, Guillermo Leone with the dab at the top of the hour. Thank you guys so much. MZ, good night for you. Good morning for us. It is 9 a.m. bright and early, and we're ready to get on with the day. Thanks so much. See you later, guys.